Hey guys! So, I was able to obtain a feeding tube. It's not exactly like mine, it's actually a button and mine is a peg, but it's okay. I can put it in Barrett, and so I decided why not make it super fun. So, I have my little brother Malachi. Dr. Malachi is assisting, and Miss Phoebe, Nurse Phoebe, is our nurse. So, is all prepped. He's got his oxygen and his heart monitors are hooked up, and then this is a makeshift blood pressure cuff, and then also the oxygen, and the red is not blood, it's a marker that we put on to act as the red light that you have for your oxygen. So that is all hooked up to a makeshift monitor. It's actually just my electric guitar amp. So we're checking his stuff. He's all good, so let's get started. So when I had my procedure to get the feeding tube before they put me to sleep, they have to put in an antibiotic. So Phoebe is going to administer that antibiotic. So we're all it's all air, it's not actually water or anything. But we've got one of my old feeding tube bags. This is my actual bag, but this is what is just air, and that's saline. So Phoebe is administering. You got it? All right, so now we're going to put Barrett to sleep. So you got the anesthesia? Put Barrett to sleep. Wait. I didn't mean like put him to sleep like kill him. I meant like put him under anesthesia. Phoebe's got it?
Yep.
Gotta go slow. There we go.
Ooh. Oh.
Cool beans. So now let's hook them up to saline. It doesn't actually hook up, so we have to tape it. Got it? All right, saline. It's wide open, I guess, because it doesn't have a pump. All right. So, is Barrett asleep? Can you look at his vitals, Phoebe? How are Barrett's vitals? Are they good? Yeah? Alright. So, let's get started. First, we need to clean Barrett. So, I'm going to take this sock and let's pretend that he just turned yellow, or I was blue. Alright. That's totally sterile.
Blue.
Alright, so now I have the knife, so I need to stop bringing down the mask. So let's see, where do I want it?
Would you have to sterilize the knife?
It's already sterile. So I'm going to cut a hole right here. Oh, holy cow, this is hard.
Okay.
The struggle. This is
To
not
poke a hole
right.
into somebody.
I'm sorry, guys, that you're probably cringing so bad. There we go. I got it. All right. So now, this feeding tube, the way it works is it's held by a balloon. So you're just gonna push air in the balloon, and that's gonna keep it from pulling out. All right. So Malachi, Dr. Malachi, do you think you can stick that in the hole that I created? Right there?
Right here?
Yep, just stick it in.
Over there, right there.
Here we go, just shove it in there.
Don't pick it, careful.
Is the hole big enough? Do I need to make it a little bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's see. Let me see. Okay, retraction. There we go. Yeah, the hole's big enough. It's just the, stick my finger in there because all the stuffing's in the way. All right, there we go. So now we are going to blow up the balloon. And Dr. Malachi is going to do that. Wait, we need 5. Okay, that's 6, but that'll work. All right, so go ahead and blow it up slowly. Okay, let's see. So then just take it out. And that's a little secure, very secure little thing. All right, so now I have a tubey pad that I'm going to put on. Oh, let's put it on this way though.
Zoom in.
She got it. There we go. So then the second procedure of the day. How's he doing? How are his vitals? Good? Awesome.
Now it's time to wake him up.
Nope. So while he's asleep, we're just going to go ahead and do his midline as well. So I'm going to take off his blood pressure cuff. In a real procedure, you want to take off the cuff. Right, you got it, Malachi? So now, this is my midline. Don't worry, it's been sterilized.
Yep.
And half of it's been cut off, but there's the part right here that says midline. Is that upside down? So that's gonna go in. So we're gonna put it in probably like, it was in my upper arm, so probably like right here, you think?
Yeah.
All right, so you grab the knife. Now, when I got my midline, he actually did use a knife as well. He used a scalpel is the proper term. All right, there we go. There's a hole. Oh no, he's bleeding. So you want to push that in there, Dr. Malachi?
What's this for?
My midline was much longer. What? Oh yeah, that hooks up to my feet too. Oh, there we go. It's in there.
Yep.
Alrighty, so now we just have to tape it right there. Doctor, can you get the tape?
I will do that. Have you made that?
Yeah. You got the tape, Nurse Phoebe? Alright, so Malachi's gonna go ahead and tape that down.
Careful, don't let it stick.
It's okay. Wait, up here. There we go. It's stuck to my glove. There we go. Now go ahead and push it down. Oh, that is not secure. Alright, I have an idea. Let's take this tape off. All right. Take 2. So we're gonna get the midline. Can you stick it in there, Dr. Malachi? Yeah? Or do you want me to do it? Or do you want Nurse Phoebe to?
I can do it.
Okay, wait. Now I've lost. There's the hole. Okay. Go ahead and stick it in there. All right. So, none of this was actually inside my body, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it in there just a little bit, and then I have a needle. I'm just going to sew it in place. So, let's see.
She's going to do that.
I'm going to stick the needle
Put the real tube in his.
through the actual tube. I'm going to stick that through the hole. Alright, so Nurse Phoebe, can you cut that? Let's go ahead and cut that. As close to the bottom as possible. There we go. So now we're going to take this piece of tape. It's a different kind of tape. One that will cover up all of that needlework. So we're just going to put that on.
She's still asleep.
Yep, there, it's still sleeping. Alright, so now he has a midline, just like me. So we're going to clip that so that all of his stuff... Clip my glove. So that all of his stuffing doesn't pour out. And alrighty, we're done. So now we've got Barrett. Oh wait, we have one more thing. So I have this extension that goes on the feeding tube so it'll look more like my feeding tube. So Nurse Phoebe's going to do that.
Wait, what? You said you said that I could do it.
No, Phoebe's going to do it. You gotta push it down deep.
Abigail, we still have this.
Well, that's fine.
Hey.
You got it? Alrighty. We're good. Oh, all good. So now Barrett. Oh, is that falling up? No. Barrett has a feeding tube. Procedure's all done.
Everything went well. Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye. Really fast, just to show you everything that Barrett has now. So starting at the top, he has the EEG wires that I had, and then I had to have my head wrapped to keep it on, so I did just a little kind of head wrap on him with the same gauze that they used to do that to my head. And then he has a Dob Hoff, which was my NJ tube that went down. It is also sewn in like we did the midline. So then he has this little mouthpiece that they use during a endoscopy just to keep the mouth open so that they can stick the camera down there and for it to be smooth. He has all these EKG stickers, and then you saw that now he has a midline, and then he has my
bracelet.
And then this is one of the things that they, like, this is the kind of tape they put on you when you give blood and stuff. And then this is my fall risk bracelet that I had to wear. And then this is supposed to go on your head, but since he had so much stuff on his head, I just put it on his foot. You have to wear it during any procedures just to keep it sterile. And this is a this is one of the things they use to start an IV. It's a tourniquet, but it's not tied very tightly. It's not like cutting off his leg supply or anything, but I just kind of wanted that to be there. And then he has this fancy feeding tube. It's a button, and it's just a G tube, so it's not like a GJ like mine is, but it's pretty cool. And then one of my friends made me this. It's cute. And then this is the IV that I gave him. It was one of the first things that I gave him. I decided to just leave it in because I've had a midline and an IV, and they're two different things, so I thought, why not just leave it in? So then that's everything. My medical bay is pretty full of medical things. One more thing. Shout out to this amazing girl who videotaped the whole thing for us. She did amazing. Let's give her a round of applause.